And I'm going to go over to citinewsroom.com and read the story we have here. Punished thugs who invaded UTV to deter others. This is coming from NCCE to the police. Now, the National Commission for Civic Education has urged the Ghana Police Service to punish persons who stormed the studio of United Television without permission to serve as a deterrent to others. Now, on Saturday night, while the station's prime time entertainment show, United Showbiz, was ongoing, a group of people alleged to be members of the governing New Patriotic Party invaded the studio of UTV, and they disrupted the live program and proceeded to threaten to assault the host and her guests. Now, it later emerged that the thugs were led by the Klotekole youth organizer of the MPP under the orders of Ernest Owusu Bempa, a deputy director of communications, and other leading figures of the governing party. Okay, let me start with you, Larry, on this one.
Why me?
No, it's 50-50, so I have a choice as to which side.
Please
so in
go.
my mind, I was like, should I go left or should I go right? Today I feel like going left.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you make of where we are? I mean, I'm sure you know about this story, this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what you've also picked up as going on behind the scenes, what triggered all of this and all that. We did see what we saw on the various video clips that came out and the statements that the individuals in the studio made and all that. But what do you make of what's happening?
First of all, good morning, and then good morning to our viewers. I'm beginning to ask myself, where are we going as a nation? Okay. Our tolerance level has been stretched that thin to a point that we are unable to take criticisms anymore. You get it? Now, we've been in this space for quite some time, the politics, the democracy and everything. And we've heard about how people put accolades on themselves. Apostles of democracy. We are believers, believers of rule of law. We are so and so, human rights activists, so and that, the lawyers upon all manner of things that we've heard. But we've gotten to that point where, as a nation, you want to see a lot of those things. We live it. It's not just something that you put, you talk. Do you understand? But since the beginning of this government...
You mean 2017?
Yeah, 2017. Let's go back to what happened, where party boys stormed a national security office in Kumasi, picked up an officer saying that, listen, you did not contribute towards the victory of our party, and so you can't be in that office. They picked up the guy and virtually threw him out of that office. What's happened, what didn't happen, where we are, where that officer is, as of today, we don't know. They even attacked the Minister of National Security at the time, or designate, that's Kandapa, rained all manner of insults on him. I recall Kennedy Japan today was also part of all that, fueling it. The matter went before court. And they stormed the court. The judge, I'm told, was heavily pregnant. She had to run from that office. Okay? When they were fined, I recall the narrative that came around it was that, kono, now we were going to be simply fined. And they were even told the amount of money that they were going to be fined. And as soon as that happened, the fine came, then they quickly paid, and then they were out there jubilating.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Apostles of democracy, believers of rule of law, human rights activists, led by a man who said that, listen, I am a freedom fighter. I fought Jerry Rawlings. I did Kumi Prekun. I did this. I did that. I did that. I did that. This is where we are. And once you didn't punish the other ones, it will continue. Now they are attacking media houses. Okay?
Yeah.
But for me, I think that it was good they did it in the studios of, UTV, and it's been recorded.
Why?
I'll get there.
Okay.
And it's been recorded. We've seen what they have done. The videos are there. We've seen their faces and so on. I mean, I'm happy they did it in there, because had they done it outside, I'm sure would have recorded a death or an injury by now. Do you get it?
So maybe because cameras were live,
Yes.
the people will restrain themselves.
Yes, and then they stopped there.
Yeah.
And they have taken over all the chairs and so on, sitting. We want to know why this is this. We've brought 3 panelists and so on. We want them to take over the show and then do the show and then said that, hey, where is A+? We are waiting for A+. A+ should come. The paper he tore, let's see it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Is that Ghana? With a coat of arms that says that, listen, freedom and justice.
Yeah.
Where is the freedom of speech if you are a believer of rule of law? Okay? Where's freedom of expression
Yeah.
when you are a human rights activist? The president is a lawyer, at least we've been told. And so, I mean, you can't have a president who is a lawyer and then you, the followers, you are doing this. Your tolerance level has been stretched so thin that you can't take it anymore. Firstly, you wrote a letter. The letter had been condemned. And I don't think A+ did well by, tearing the letter in that office. Sorry, on live program. It didn't go well. However, I mean, he's a party boy. He could have been called on the side and told that, Charlie, that thing you did, no, it's not on. Because then that is where they are tolerant. They were also unable to tolerate that which came from the party. Okay? So then they tore it. Then the people said, the followers said, listen, we are also not going to tolerate this. And then they moved on to storm the studios of that station. You don't do that. But, Kweku, I'm asking, where are we going with this? Next year is an election year.
Yeah.
What if another political party wins, and then would they allow the EC to declare the results? Okay? Would the EC be, the EC officials be, how do you call it? Would they be, would they have the free atmosphere or the enabling atmosphere to declare a fair result, or they will be manipulated to?
No, but we've been in this country before where there was a massive landslide against the sitting government, and so what the government still had is their machinery and everything else. But when the people are so overwhelmingly swinging against the incumbent doesn't have a choice.
Yes, but I'm saying that the incumbents might not have a choice. The EC might declare the results. But what will be the reaction of characters such as this, such hooligans or hoodlums or gangs? There was one who said, who went before a camera saying that I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know why they did that. We are waiting for A+. We did this, we did that. Then the next day, A+ also gets there and says that, listen, I brought a bus, 3 pickup loads of my own tax, and we are prepared. If they like, they should come. We will deal with them. We will beat them up. We will do this. And that it didn't take him in their case, it took them, some days to organize. But in his case, it took him less than 30 minutes for him to organize all this 3 cars with another bunch of tax.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's crazy.
And I am getting a bit uncomfortable. But the more serious part of all this is the police service.
What's up with the police service?
Within 48 hours, at least they told us that soon after the thing happened, then they mentioned that they had arrested 16 people.
Yes.
What are the 16 people? At least put them before court. Okay, let the court remind them and say that you are investigating.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know why we are not hearing anything beyond
why?
The IGP's hands have been tied.
Really? How so?
Oh, I'm telling you. Didn't you see in that same video where a certain police officer was engaging them? It was all more like a Catholic priest engaging his flock. Oh, Charlie Montumobo, this, and he's speaking Hausa with them. He's speaking Twi. He's speaking Gan with them. I mean, it's more like a friendly chat.
Familiarization.
And at the MPP level, I've spoken to people who said, listen, these boys are known. They are known at the party headquarters. They are known at the presidency. Okay? They are known at the regional level. I've heard the party regional chairman saying that, listen, if I go home, he said that he said, listen, I mean, he's happy he wasn't in that studio. Had he been there, the story would have been different.
Really?
Yes. The story would have been different because then he took exception to the tearing of the paper by the press statement. Sorry, the letter by A+, and said that, I mean, why would A+ do a thing like that? Okay, and that it's more like A+ is lucky that he Agohun wasn't there.
Yeah.
And if
but what I don't understand is that, I mean, you made a mention earlier that A+ is a party boy. They should have just called him on the side, right?
Yes.
I'm just asking myself, what's the party doing?
What's the party doing?
Because I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, it's I'm a bit confused by. He sits on air.
Yes.
A letter has been brought to him.
Yeah.
He tears the letter on air. Why have the party bigwigs not called him to order?
Exactly.
No, I'm just asking questions.
Yes.
Because I thought that's the way you address it.
Yes. Well, for me, I think so too.
You don't send thugs.
You do a thing like that.
You call him to.
Unless, of course, he's gone rogue.
And so if they call him,
the party can no longer, engage him. And so then they felt that, listen, the way to deal with him is to send some thugs to come and deal with. I'm coming just a moment to deal with him. But I'm saying that the bigger situation that we are facing is an IGP whose hands have been tied to a point that he can't move anymore.
You think his hands are tied?
Oh yes, I'm saying, listen, within any serious institution or something, or had any other person misbehaved, he would have been prosecuted. He would have been prosecuted by now. Now the party narrative around all that, it's that of we are begging. These guys are our guys. We are talking to them, please. But then the media people give us some. You need to be tolerant. They are rather preaching tolerance. Okay, or
to them is behavior that we saw.
Yes, and that give people divergent views. Let them come and express themselves. To that point.
Well, wait. If you are invited to
that was
studio,
what Kojo Oponkrumah's statement said.
If you are invited to the studio, fair enough. But you're not invited to the studio. You can't storm into the studio.
You get it.
Yeah, you don't have any rights.
No. So I mean, if the IGP had moved and put these guys before court by now, I'm sure the narrative will be different. They know them. Now, the party headquarters that in recent past has been very effective on certain national issues or taking on people like Nyahota Meklo, Sami Krap, and all those other guys and then dealing with them. It's saying that, something, we have moved the matter to the regional. So let the regional people deal with it. And the regional chairman is telling you that if he was the one in that studio,
it would be a different
it would have been a different story.
Elvis, your take on this?
Oh, truth of the matter is that it's simple. Attacks on media is condemnable, and nobody would entertain that which happened at the UTV studios. And therefore, we must all condemn what has happened. Two, this government has not had any good record in terms of press freedom ranking. And these are the things that affect press freedom ranking.
Yeah, it's actually under this tenure that we've dropped so low.
So for this to happen, and the people who actually did it to openly say that they are associated with the party, with the government in power, is more damning for the government and the party. And for a party like the NPP that preaches free speech, democracy, and all that, for the party that repealed the criminal libel law to say that media and everybody in the media space should be able to speak free so that speech cannot be criminalized, for people who claim to be associated with the party to go and do this is a very damaging thing to the image of the party, its reputation, what it believes in, and everything. And therefore, it's not something that anybody should try, protect, and hide anywhere. I'm happy that the party headquarters issued a statement to say that they don't subscribe to that which has happened at the headquarters, and that the police should do their job. It's an important thing that the party headquarters issue that statement, because then it is clear that it is not a sanctioned activity from the national level. If the regional organizer is part of it, then maybe somebody from that level knows something about it. But the national is saying that we, under no circumstances, the national executives ask anybody to go to the studio of UTV to do that. In fact, my information is that if the letter that they wrote to UTV came from the finance and administration, and that the national executives, including the communication, were not even aware about the letter. So they actually went to UTV and had a meeting with the management and apologized that letter, unfortunately, is not the right thing to do, and that they don't believe that even the letter should in the first place even emanate from the party office and get to them. So they had even gone to do that already, but because that was not made public, that they had gone to do that with UTV. Now people had gone out there to go and do something.
Then they should have encouraged
them
to
unfortunately,
you get it.
Yeah. No, actually they went to sort everything with the UTV man. They went to have a meeting.
Well, once they've met,
they have withdrawn the meeting, the letter, because it's not supposed to even they shouldn't have even written in the first place. So they actually gone there, had a meeting with UTV management to settle that issue.
But Elvis, I'm
you understand it?
The other letter got out.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Maybe for them, yes, for them, the fact that they went to meet, maybe they made up. We had gone to meet the people. We settled the issue. We apologized. We told them that it was a wrong decision. It shouldn't have happened. So that meeting had even already happened. So it's unfortunate that maybe because these boys who had gone to this did not know that their leaders had gone to apologize.
You call them
you
call them boys.
Oh well, you see. When you are adult, you not do certain things. It's not by age. By your actions will show
maturity.
That you didn't show maturity. That's what I'm trying to say. So you see, it's unfortunate that this has happened. But you see, we should also admit that you see, a party is a big body. If 6.7 million people voted for NPP in 2020 elections, and 6.2 million voted for NDC, clearly, it's not going to be possible for you to say you can have control over the individual actions of people in the party entirely. The party does not subscribe to something. So I have said that it is time for political parties to issue a declaration that we accept you as a political party member, because party is about numbers. But if you go and involve yourself in anything that the party does not subscribe to, something that breaches the laws of the country, we will give you out. We will give you out. We want numbers, but we don't want people that will come in, become a disruption to the party. We don't want people who come in to come and disobey and disregard the rule of law. Because a party is to produce a government, and the government is to make sure that the laws of the land are protected. The constitution is defended and protected at all times. So no party should entertain people who breaches the laws of the land. The constitution is clear.
Yeah.
Speech cannot be criminalized. So under no circumstances anybody will say somebody has made a comment about me, has said something about me, and I am going to physically make sure that the person does. It's not allowed. The idea of people saying A+ should not have turned the letter on air, you may say it's extreme and provocative, but people insult the president.
Yeah.
Which one is more provocative? Somebody tearing a letter and somebody actually insulting the president, insulting the party, making all kinds of unfounded claims against the party. Which one is more dangerous? So for me, A+ tearing the letter on air is not an issue to me at all, because first of all, it is not a legal document to say that it's a contempt of court.
Yeah.
It's a letter from your party. You felt that something has gone on, you should complain about it.
Yeah.
The person felt that your complaint is nonsense to me and tears the letter.
Yeah.
Why should you get angry that the person has torn? So for me, those who are saying A+ tearing the letter provoked the action, I don't agree with them. A+ has every right to say I will tear the letter on air. It is nobody's business. It is his decision. That is what he felt like doing. The same way the party felt that what is going on, the women has right to go and protest.
Yeah.
The same way he also felt that his protest against the party is to tear the letter on air. So for anybody to complain and say that A+ tearing the letter on air provoked that, please, let's not entertain a situation where we become so intolerant of people's decisions and opinions and views. Anybody that says A+ tearing the letter is not acceptable is intolerant, because you chose that you write to the station official to go and complain about what you think.
Which is also
it is also
out of order.
You understand it? So
out of order.
People are allowed to. People are allowed to people are allowed to share their views.
Yes.
So if A+ thinks that these are the right words I think I have to use, and he uses it, the law is clear. If you feel somebody has said something that has actually tainted your image, the laws in Ghana are clear. You can write to the station complaining that you think that this thing has breached the law, but you must quote the relevant law to support what you are saying. You have the right to go to media commission and seek redress. You have the right to say you will not even go to media commission, but you go to court and sue the person for defamation. These are the avenues, legal avenues available to every Ghanaian. So everybody has the right to say or do things, provided the person is not breaching the laws of the land. And if the person breaches the law of the land, nobody has the power to take the law into his or her own hands. You are supposed to use the established channels of going to media commission or going to court. So if you decide not to take advantage of established legal procedures, you have no business taking the law into your own hands to say you are going to address the issue on your own. So for me, nobody should be talking about A+ tearing the letter on air. Is more provocative. It is the least provocation. The biggest provocation is to insult the party, make unverified claims, insult the president.
I even wonder why the letter that was written was not addressed to the media commission to complain about
and then you write
the conduct of the show.
You see, I'm coming on. They cited A+'s action as one of the reasons why they came there. And then secondly, mentioned that,
it's an entertainment show.
It's an
and
entertainment show.
They shouldn't discuss politics.
That
if they will discuss politics,
you cannot tell.
You can't tell
anybody.
Then they said that regularly on the show, the president is insulted, the vice president is also.
But is it true?
I don't watch. So
but if the president is insulted, and so what? Lawyers have told us in Ghana that the president has been insulted is not a crime. It is rather when you insult a chief. That is the law of Ghana. If you insult the president of Ghana, the law says it's not a crime. That's what the lawyers have told us. But when you insult a chief, that one, the law of Ghana is against it. So if the insulting the president is not a crime, though it's not something I subscribe to, and I will not entertain and encourage anybody to do. But if the laws of Ghana say it's not a crime, and somebody having realized that it's not a crime, decide to do it, why will you want to take the law into your own hands? Because even if you go to the court with that issue, you will lose because the law does not support
because
you.
In their mind,
you understand it?
In their mind, we are still in the chieftaincy.
So we need to understand. No.
Something. Let me chip this. No, just a moment. You recall in Cape Coast when NDC people went for their youth elections and so on.
Yes.
And there was an incident. The police administration brought out the list of the people who misconducted themselves, and then said that listen, declare them wanted.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
and they provided regular updates on all these characters. Eventually, they tracked one of them all the way to Tamale or something.
They arrested some of them.
They arrested them. How come in this instance
They are not doing. We are not seeing that.
We are not seeing the regular.
Well,
updates. The 16 people that were arrested,
yes.
we don't have their names.
Let's assume that the names are coming out maybe this afternoon or tomorrow.
You see,
And then Owusu Bempe's name was mentioned in
But he said
But Owusu Bempe was not in the studio, so
he wasn't part.
He wasn't in the studio, so it's an
I've seen a
allegation.
video where he was saying that, listen, we need Ankara NDC.
No, that is another TV studio. He made a comment, but those who invaded the studio, Owusu Bempe is not part of them.
Yeah.
So how are you going to
They were
arrest
under the
him?
instruction
You
of
understand
Owusu
it?
Bempe.
The suspect haven't said
Okay.
so. That's the speculation.
Let's take a quick break.
The
We'll come
police,
back.
no, let me do the police.
Okay.
See, the reason the police
But
needs
you can
to also
do
be
the
called
police.
to order.
And Elvis Dako was about to conclude his comments on it, and I'm going to let him do so. Yes, Elvis.
So my final point on this, though not the final, but because of time, is that I think the police have not done themselves anything good in this case.
Okay.
This is a case.
Why not? But they arrested 16.
This is the case that people have been captured on video. You said you have arrested 16 of them. We have seen how the police under Dampare works. Anytime people are arrested, immediately their pictures are on the police Facebook page.
Okay.
A short statement is issued to explain why the people are arrested. The police now issue a statement that they have arrested 16 people.
Yeah.
People that they say they have arrested, for whatever reason, their pictures are not on their Facebook page. Clearly, it sends the wrong signal.
It's being dealt with differently.
In fact, the same weekend, a businessman was killed.
Yes.
The police have done their investigation to a point and felt that the girlfriend is a suspect. They arrested the girlfriend and her picture is on the police Facebook page.
Wow.
So how come people who voluntarily went to a studio, you went and rounded them up at the studio from Saturday evening, Sunday, Monday, and we have not seen their pictures on their Facebook page as they've done for all suspects.
Pictures and names.
Clearly,
And
this
names.
gives room for people to say that the party and the government has tied the IGP's hands because it's a political case. They are not doing what they are doing to other suspects. See, then people raise those kind of suspicions. The police can never defend themselves because it's clear. It's not that you say you are hunting for the suspect and that you are here to arrest.
Yeah.
You say you have rounded up 16, and from Saturday evening that you have rounded up 16, their pictures are not on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Clearly, anybody who has been monitoring the police, their Facebook page, and knows how they work, will quickly say that the police are being controlled by the government and the party. So clearly, I think that what the police have done, they've given themselves up for public criticism that they are under political control. And I think that police should not let this thing happen. This case should have been rushed to court yesterday. If the judge decides to remand them, it's the judge's decision. If the judge says, I'm going to give them bail and let them come back to court, it's the judge. But if you are put them before court, whatever the decision the judge takes, at least the police will have been seen to have done their work.
Yeah,
And
their
if
part.
there's any criticism, now we move to the judiciary. But the fact that their pictures have not been published on the police Facebook page, they have not been taken to court, there is no way you will not expect any Ghanaian to complain that these people are being shielded because they are from a political party that is in power.
Yeah.
And I think that the police should know that this is how they soil their image. The image they are trying to rebuild, they are rather soiling it by this kind of actions. It is selectivity and it is not fair.
Okay.
Let me add this quickly.
You have 10 seconds,
10
please.
seconds.
Okay.
You know, all that he said puts what is happening in Parliament, the ousting, what they call the consent tape.
Yes.
The investigation in proper perspective.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the other officer, the one who is going on retirement,
Mensah.
is saying that, the IGP is not for us. He's prosecuting our people. Sorry, he's arresting and prosecuting our people.
Yeah.
Now, our people have gone there and they've stormed a studio.
Yeah.
16 of our people have been arrested. And then their names
We don't know whether they're going to be prosecuted
or not. But then the same IGP had been chasing the NDC people who
But
did
he's
whatever.
he's supposed to be an NDC IGP.
Is that?
He's supposed to be an NDC man.
Well, that's
a
story.
claim
That is
that,
a claim.
somebody's also
who
making.
lied and then became a
Yeah.
lied that he was